Very well. They've competed on the main stage. Darkest Muzhan has got players that are world champions, though, and Tribe Gaming has been climbing and clawing back to prove that they're the better squad. I think that so far this month in the World Finals, in the World Championship qualifier, Tribe Gaming has been performing a little bit better. They've got a 70% hit rate and only gave up the third star on 40% of the attacks against them. On the other side, Darkest Muzhan had a 53% hit rate, but their defense has been really strong. 73% of the attacks against them, they've kept that 3-star at bay.
Yeah, we've been seeing some amazing attacks from every single one of the clans that are in the semifinals here, but we're starting it off with Kartik coming in with the Yeti Bow Bat, where we haven't seen too many of these bat spell attacks here, and because of the new update, it's been bringing so many new metas to the game, and maybe we're trying to break these bases down. We do see the Grand Warden taking it, setting a funnel with some sneaky goblins up top. It looks like he wants to get everything to funnel straight towards the Eagle Artillery to get base a little bit quicker, but he does have some wall breakers as well. He's going to try to charge his way in. The thing with these Grand Warden walks, Woody, is it takes forever to start it. You got to worry about timing, especially for the back end.
It sure does. That skeleton trap isn't really going to hurt the Grand Warden very much. The fact that it slows him down, this is the main initial stage of the attack, and Kartik is really hoping to get through it as quickly as possible. He's already over a minute in before he finally drops the first stage of the hit here. He's starting off pretty far away from the Town Hall, so you can expect him to kind of rotate toward the top end with this attack. He didn't bring any jump spells, instead, as you mentioned, opting for those bat spells, so he's going to have to bust his way through the base the old-fashioned way. Uses an early Eternal Tome there to protect from most of the front side damage here, but he won't have it on the back end. When that Town Hall explodes, it deals a ton of damage from its Death Bomb, Carbon.
Yeah, absolutely. This Town Hall is still standing here. The Lava Hound's going to slow down anything in the core, but the Queen has completely gone away from the Town Hall. There is the blimp going to fly in. I wonder if he wanted to use that blimp in a different location, so he was forced to drop it for this Town Hall here. The Queen, she went all the way down to the bottom side. The boulders are doing some work. He was just trying to keep them alive, but there is the blimp for the Town Hall. He still has the bats and a Royal Champion to use, Woody.
This is going nowhere where Kartik thought it would. The Queen rotating to the bottom, meaning there's nothing to back up the firepower right there in the gut of the base. He's sending in the bat spells at the bottom now, and that's going to be his second wind here without any major splash damage structures to focus in on them. They're going to have a field day taking out those Teslas and Archer towers, but as soon as they get near this Wizard tower, oh no, one splash goes off before the free spell. Still, they're going to be chugging away at that. Support from the World Champion on the back end is going to keep them alive a bit longer here. We're at 80%, but less than a minute left, and this firepower is just not enough to get through the rest of the base, Carbon.
He's still got the bats left with about 20 seconds left. Is it going to be enough time? He's trying to push his way through. The Lava Hound is not going to do anything to his bowlers. The bats are doing some beautiful work, and look at this. Kartik still able to get the 3-star against Evecheck. When you think he was going down, he was able to save the blimp for the Town Hall. Beautiful job. Kartik coming in with the triple.
Had me sweating during that entire attack, Carbon. It seemed like it was really falling apart early on, but after all, that's what makes the pro players the best at the game. They know exactly what they've got to do to keep their heads on straight, even when things don't seem to be working out for them. With 10 seconds left, it was certainly not a dominating victory here for Kartik, but the 3-star got the job done for Darkest Muzhan, a squad that is ascendant now over a Tribe Gaming team that has got their boots shaken, certainly. They're rattled now, Carbon.
Yeah, we're going to see now the next attack coming in from Nick, and he is indeed using that Zap Lalo to help take down the Clan Castle, the Scatter Shot, and both, oh no, at least one of the sweepers here, because there is one more pointed down south toward the Eagle Artillery. I wonder if it's kind of moving some of the defenses around with that base design, because you really want to try to take down that Clan Castle. You don't have to deal with it. It looks like he's trying to charge his, well, is there an opening in the wall? Yes, there is, up by that air defense, so he doesn't need a wall break. So as long as that's a beautiful funnel, this Queen can make her way there, and then you can Lalo around.
All right, Barb King is going to be smashing through the right side over there and assisting with the funnel, like you mentioned there, Carvin. Queen is now dropped up at the top corner there, popping down a few storages here. We're getting into the midpoint of this initial phase where Nick is starting to think about where to get these Lava Hounds deployed. The Lava Loon attack fears those air defenses, has to burn through them quickly or else they'll deal a ton of damage to either the Hound or the Loon. So I see them out on the left and right side corners. Looks like there's one at the bottom as well. The single target Infernos can also burn through Lava Hounds in a really short amount of time. So you want to have a little bit of cushioning for those attacks if possible. It sends in a few balloons out the corner out there to protect the Lava Hound, but it's going to get burnt up real quickly. Pops and those pups should help a little bit, but he's already had to send in a second Lava Hound to back them up, Carbon.
Yeah, hey, watch out for these balloons through these. Oh, look, there's going to probably be a lot more. Oh, red air bombs near that scatter inside the core of the base. The Stone Slammer's trying to move its way down, uses the haste to push these around, pops this Grand Warden early. The Grand Warden gets locked on by the scatter, but the Queen, she is going around the base, freezes the scatter one more time, only has one haste spell left, did drop the Headhunter, and the Queen is still standing, needs these balloons to push their way through the bottom, but the scatter in the backside of this defense with that Queen is going to do way too much damage to these troops.
Nick had got 100% 3-star in his first attack from the war on the semi in the bracket stage, the group stage on the first day, but looks like he's having trouble following up against this Archer Queen, who has just been so difficult to deal with. She is really deadly, especially for these aerial raids, and with her right there smack dab in the center and nothing to take her down, it looks like Nick's raid is starting to fall apart here now. 78% 2-star with maybe some additional cleanup along the outer edges, but Tribe Gaming have taken a big hit right on the chin, and it will be a tough one to make a comeback for at this point. Darkest Muzhan in the driver's seat for this semifinal match.
Yeah, unfortunately, that scatter shot did a bunch of work. He really wanted that Headhunter to try to go for that Queen, but those ground expos that are protecting her will target anything that's ground, and which would be the Headhunter trying to charge its way into the base, and very unfortunate, going to be the 81% 2-star. So Tribe Gaming coming in this war winning is down and at a disadvantage, and Darkest Muzhan is looking really good right now, Banks.
Yeah, that is a really unfortunate start for Tribe Gaming. They're having such a dominant performance throughout this qualifier already. They're only in their third match. Darkest Muzhan have had to really claw their way back into this competition. But yeah, like you said, a pretty poor start. Darkest Muzhan are definitely in the driver's seat, Woody.
Darkest Muzhan have improved war after war. They got 11 stars in their first match against INTZ, then came back with 13 against Kapinalsa, and then 14 against Hama. Could this be their chance for a perfect war against such a highly respected team? Only time will tell, but Wei, one of the world champions of Clash of Clans, has got his shot right now, has got back-to-back 3-stars off his last 2 attacks, and is looking to keep the momentum going clear and strong with a hybrid hit now. 15 miners and 10 hog riders in the main phase of this attack. He's gotten the CC pull and knocked down a few of those troops up at the top side, but it looks like he didn't get a complete pull just yet here, Carbon.
Yeah, indeed, he did not pull the full CC, so he's going to hang on to this poison spell once this Queen charges in. Does have one super wall breaker. Balloons pulling the Seeking Air Mines, finding a couple Seeking Air Mines. Watch out, this might be a completely trapped area. He doesn't have any more balloons to drop. Queen's going to charge her way to the Town Hall, walk towards the bottom side, be able to take out that King down there, and take note that there is a multi-target Inferno, so as the Queen walks by, she won't be taken down as quick as normally with a single target Inferno. That Town Hall does finally go down there. We have plenty of time here in the raid. Still has the King and going to come in with the hybrid with the rest of the raid here.
Raged up Queen will stay quite healthy. Whoa, that's a lot of goblins coming out of the castle. Can be tricky to deal with those fast-running dudes, and looks like that poison spell is going to miss a couple of the headhunters. They're hopping into range right now, and the Queen's going to be able to pop them down no trouble. Wei is still on track to victory. Has sent in a few troops to support this attack on the top right side. Archer Tower is distracted against the Barbarian King. He's going to get some minion fire right on top of it. And here come the Hog Riders storming in up top with the miners staying nice and topped off with a heal spell, as well as some backup from the Grand Warden and a Royal Champion. Almost all of the major hero abilities still available for Wei here. He's got a multi-target Inferno to deal with in the backside, but that Archer Queen is popping him down without much difficulty at all, Carbon.
Yeah, look at the power through the rest of the space. That multi-target Inferno did absolutely nothing to the Queen. Imagine if it was a single target, the Queen would have went down. But he's got a ton of hogs and miners, drops the freeze, and he's going to still have the Royal Champion ability, going to be able to crush this base right here. The Queen finally goes down, but with the amount of troops left, with the Grand Warden King even still on the outside, Woody, this is looking like another overwhelming 3-star for Darkest Muzhan.
The strongest hit we've seen so far this war. Wei has got plenty of time remaining, and even's got a swag royal champion ability that he didn't use. 100% 3-star, and Darkest Muzhan are on a tearing rampage through these Tribe Gaming bases. We thought that Tribe Gaming, because they had only played 2 wars, have been maybe saving some of their better bases for the semis, but if that's the case, Darkest Muzhan have got the magnifying glass right on top of them, examining every little single weakness and taking perfect advantage of them so far. Tribe Gaming are now really scared by a squad that they might have underestimated, Carbon.
Yeah, Tribe Gaming's gonna have to answer with 3 stars because they're down right now to those 2 triples. Eve Maxi is the next one up, and he's coming in with more lightning spells. He's gonna drop it, and he's coming in with the Zap Alalo. Let's see if he can fly around the space. We do have 1 multi-target Inferno near the Queen, and take note that we do have a ground expo near the enemy Queen, so if he tries to drop the Headhunter anywhere near her, or it looks like he might actually try to get the King or Queen close, it's gonna be really difficult, but we're gonna have to see. We have 1 sweeper still up that's pointing down south. There's the Royal Champion to help potentially grab the multi, but luckily these Skellies did just pop, so the Royal Champion should not get slowed down and should be able to take the multi-target Inferno, maybe even the air defense. Oh, another ground skeleton pop right in front of this multi here, unfortunately.
Lightning Lalo, one of the strongest new attacks in the game. That lightning spell coming in clutch to take out key defenses. Emax using it against the clan castle right there in the center, so he won't have to worry about that big defensive boon that Wei was relying on here in the backside of the base. Still, he's got the Eagle Artillery and the Archer Queen in the same compartment right there in the top right of this town hall. Eve Maxi making his stab in there, but without any healers to back up the Archer Queen. It's just a matter of how many shots she can get off before she goes down. Targeting onto the town hall right after this expo. Will that be enough to finish it off, Carbon?
Oh, it's gonna be close, and yes, he did just get it. And take note that the King also took the air defense all the way down towards 6 o'clock, which means these hounds can fly and stay towards 9, and they won't fly all the way around. This is looking really solid for Eve Maxi. Beautiful value. Still has the dragon that just came out, freezes the scatter shot here. He's gonna move his way around, still has this Grand Warden ability to use. Hounds are flying across his base. Hopefully he can time this right. These hounds are pulling some red air bombs. Looking really
a tornado
good.
trap.
Wow, look at these, even 2 dragons come out right there.
Really unlucky tornado there for Eve Max to get to slow those balloons down a bit, but fortunately for him, those expos set to ground have got no chance at firing away at the balloons. He still has a good shot here, even though he lost most of the tanking out in front. The Stone Slammer and Lava Hound's going down really early in this raid, but has a big old dragon backing up these balloons up top. Barbarian King's not going to cause any problems for him, and a healthy Grand Warden behind this balloon army is going to keep that life aura nice and strong. Even has the Grand Warden's Eternal Tome still available for him. Hasn't used that yet, kind of surprisingly. He took a ton of damage on the front end, but was saving it for the last leg of this attack. An air defense and a Wizard Tower still remain on defense, but as long as he uses this Eternal Tome at the right moment, I think he'll be just fine. Drops the last haste spell, and Eve Maxi seems to have a solid shot at making this 3-star happen, Carbon.
Yeah, it's going to come down to time. He really needs his air defense to go down here. The Grand Warden does stay. Oh, he does just go down here. But the question is going to be time. Unfortunately, this dragon's going to be slow with 15 seconds left. He's got some storages, no more minions for cleanup. Oh, can the balloons split? He needs them. Oh, no, they all go down south. And it's going to be a time fail here for Eve Maxi. He needed those minions down to help clean up, but unfortunately did not have that. And all those lava hounds, those lava pups got picked off from the air defense Archer Tower, their banks. How unfortunate. Now they got the time fail and really down to Darkest Muzhan.
Yes, indeed. That's a really unfortunate time fail for me, Eve Maxi. Tribe Gaming really needed a triple in that stage of the game because that would have just set them up to maybe come back with a comeback. But Wei looking super strong, as always, throughout this entire qualifier so far. Wei has been one of the strongest players for Darkest Muzhan, and he just proved it right there again.
RIP. Tribe Gaming on a time fail have lost their chance to come back against Darkest Muzhan. The first 2 hits from each squad have been an absolute advantage for Darkest Muzhan. It's hard for me to even wrap my head around this. A squad like Tribe coming off of so many dominant wins in the earlier stages, has just fallen apart in their first 2 hits for this semifinal match, Carbon. UZP is going to be coming in next for Darkest Muzhan, another world champion. And wow, this team, just like Nova last year, they seem to be kind of slowly chugging along until they just really turn it up to 11 and dominate their opponents, wiping the floor when, you know, if you underestimate them for a single moment, you've made a huge mistake. And I guess I have to fall into that category because I thought Darkest Muzhan were going to drop this semis, but they are now super far ahead.
Yeah, we're starting off with the Grand Warden walk here to try to take down the single target Inferno with this rage spell. The Warden does not target onto the single here, so he's going to have to invest 1 more freeze in order to take it down. So that's 2 freezes early here in the raid, and we're going to have to wait to see. He does have a Siege Barrack still to use. Potentially, the King's being used on the top side, so he can charge straight into this Town Hall with 1 Super Wall Breaker. And get ready for the charge straight in. He's looking to help take the core down, but remember, he does not have a freeze, so if he's sending the world champion anywhere, hopefully he doesn't get locked down to potentially to any single target. And there is a Lava Hound that's coming out of the Clan Castle.
Yeah, much more often you see those Earthquakes dropped early on, but UZP will still have a clear path in there now that he knows exactly where he's got to go. Has activated the Town Hall and will be able to take it down nice and early. The first star claimed here, but he's already used the Grand Warden Eternal Tome pretty early on in this raid. Had to protect from that death damage from the Town Hall. Now dropping his rage spells to get those Yeti Mites bouncing over the walls as fast as they can. Distraction from the Lava Pups has really started to slow this raid down, though, and it looks like... where's the rest of the attack?
Yes, so all the bowlers and Yetis pretty much died off to the Town Hall when it exploded. The Warden ability was too late. And so actually it was too early because it expired by the time that the Town Hall exploded there. So he lost all the bowlers and he got so much damage to those Yetis. And now it's a matter of trying to get a little bit more percentage here. He has some Hogs and Wizards on the outside. This Queen's still up. Oh no, she did go down in the core right there. The Grand Warden's the final thing that really can get a little bit more percent with these healers moving through, but that is a single target Inferno. This is just going to be a 2-star here for UZP.
All right, the first 2-star from Darkest Muzhan, giving a tiny bit of breathing room here for Tribe Gaming. Itsu's base holding up for the first time in this semifinal match. A big mistake from UZP missing the Grand Warden. I assumed that Darkest Muzhan was going to hit that Warden ability on time because it's one of the most reliable and necessary things in an attack at this scale. But you're right, he used it just a little bit too early, and a millisecond's difference can make all of the difference in an attack like this. That Grand Warden's Eternal Tome necessary to protect against big splash damage from that Town Hall bomb. If you miss that one thing, as we've now seen, your entire raid's going to evaporate.
Absolutely. He just popped it a little bit too early, and he didn't wait enough time because they were taking quite a bit of damage there and going to finish with the 83% 2-star. But Darkest Muzhan is still looking really good right here with those 2 triples and even a higher percentage 2-star. They not only have the advantage on stars, they also have the advantage on percentage. And we were looking at the replay, which the Grand Warden ability was just too late. The bowlers kind of got stuck, killing off some of the CC troops before they moved on to the Town Hall, and then they just got totally destroyed once that Town Hall went down, Woody.
Darkest Muzhan missing in their 3rd hit, not able to complete that tic-tac-toe, but Tribe Gaming will be moving back in now. Tribe has still got some really strong attackers in their squad. Eve Check and Lexnos have both got a 100% hit rate so far. So let's see if Lex can keep that up. He really needs to come in clutch for his squad right now, get that 3-star on the board, and ensure that Darkest Muzhan have only got a 1-star lead over Tribe. It looks like it's going to be really tough for Tribe to win on percentage in this war. So they really need for these next 3 attacks to all be triples back to back to back.
Yeah, so now he drops the lightning, but did not kill off that Royal Champion. So she is still just barely up with almost no health there. Was it because of the Grand Warden? I don't know. It would have been close there if that Royal Champion was standing in the Grand Warden circle right there. But the Wall Wrecker is going to be now charging its way into this Town Hall. Should be able to remove the Royal Champion with 1 shot. The King's going to be on the outside and going to come in with 44 Hog Riders here, Woody, but keep note that he only has 2 heal spells. The biggest threat that I can... Oh, the wall does not open here. Wait, unless the P.E.K.K.A. beats on it. And the P.E.K.K.A. does open it just in time. Oh, that was close. And now pops that queen ability. The biggest threat is going to be ground skellies as he moves around with the hog riders.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of an early pop there, but he just had to make sure that the town hall goes down with these hog riders coming in a double wave formation, half coming in at the top corner and another half being spread out in the top left side. Lexnos is aiming for that multi-target inferno on the backside, holding onto his heal spells because he knows that that can really burn them up super quickly. A scatter shot is going to go down and another one shortly thereafter, holding on to that heal spell. Should expect to see that get dropped any second now as this splash damage is really coming in heavy against those hog riders. There goes only on the multi-target inferno though, a little bit of a miss from that from that free spell, but Lex has still got quite a few hogs. They're spread out pretty well. Giant bomb goes off, but the heal spell should be able to top off the rest of the hogs. They're hammering away at this this multi-target inferno, Carbon Fin.
Yeah, the biggest thing, he missed that Grand Warden Eternal Tome over a giant group of the hogs, unfortunately. So they took so much damage as they moved through the core there. Does have the Road Champion ability, but look at all these hogs. They have been picked off way too quickly, and that Grand Warden was too far away. Is he going to have just enough? Another Ground Skelly does pop right here. The Road Champion, unfortunately, the Warden goes down. The hogs are all gone, and just these final defenses are going to hold here. And the Expo finally goes down, but not gonna have enough. I wonder if he was able to pop that Grand Warden ability just 1 second earlier. He would have been able to help save all those hogs that got taken out in the core, and he would have been able to have a giant momentum through the base. He lost that, unfortunately. Very nice try from Lex, and right now Tribe Gaming is down tremendously with all these triples. Darkest Muzhan has got it in the bag. They are looking really good. How unfortunate for Lex in that attack.
Still yet to get that triple. Tribe Gaming really struggling now at the moment. Darkest Muzhan can kind of ease off the pedal a little bit, be a bit more comfortable, maybe even take a few more chances. But let's take a really quick look at this replay, Woody, from Lexnos.
Yeah, watch the second stage of this attack as Carbon mentioned there. That early Grand Warden ability wound up missing out on quite a few of the hogs in the backside. He's known for being better at following along the main pack of troops, but just didn't get in the right position this time with Lexnos' attack. Might have invested a little bit too much on cleanup troops on the outer edges. Even though he brought 44 hog riders, that's usually more than you even see with a mass hog attack, but didn't have any miners in that squad. They are a little bit more effective as long as you aren't worried about any key defensive structures, and so maybe that's just one of the advantages to bring in a hybrid squad rather than relying solely on hog riders. Nice snipe here from Chin. Notices a mortar in the top left, undefended to air. We'll use a minion to be able to drop that down. And that just really highlights for me the fact that Darkest Muzhan are reshaping the meta game now. Their defenses have just been so impossibly difficult to crack. Not a single triple so far from Tribe Gaming. They have just read the playbook as they are writing it. Darkest Muzhan just really responding on the fly and finding exactly what Tribe can't figure out to move forward in the semifinal.
Yeah, we're seeing now Chen coming in with the Queen Charge, going in with the hybrid as well. Does pop this Lava Hound here. Gonna charge this Queen straight in with 2 super wall breakers. He's gonna take his time. Can't reach the Town Hall from this angle here. There's the balloon to test for Seeking Air Mines. The Super Wall Breaker is going in here. Oh, pulls a Seeking Air Mine right there on the healers, and that loon finds one of them, so gonna be safe, and gotta make sure he does freeze that up so the Queen doesn't go down, and finally does just drop it. Where's the Queen? Oh, the Queen's gonna step up for the Town Hall. Can he take it? No, has to invest that free spell before the healers get taken out. But the single target Inferno, it needs to go down to keep this Queen alive, and it does. Just perfectly timed right there.
Chen is moving stepwise against every major defense of the space and knocking them down in turn. Lexnos has got a relatively bad spread against this Archer Queen charge, which is torn through the bottom corner of this base. Finally finding some resistance from this air defense, popping down the healers over on the left side corner, but it's just too little too late to deny Chen. Moving in with the main bulk of his troops now. He's got hog riders and miners in this hybrid squad that are ripping through the top right corner and seem to be facing very little resistance. Lexnos' defense is falling apart now as another scatter shotter is about to go down. Finished off and kept nice and healthy with these heal spells. Chen is looking for a 3-star, and it looks like it's going to be hard to deny him that win, Carvin.
Yeah, the world champion just pops her ability right there. Has a ton of hogs coming around to join up with the force, taking out this single target Inferno, find some spring traps, but there is not many defenses left, and it's looking like Darkest Muzhan's going to put up another triple here in the match with 35 seconds. It's going to be plenty of time. Beautiful hit with the hybrid, taking down these bases. I wonder if it's going to be the base design they're trying to defend against certain attack strategies, maybe with the lightning spells, but coming in with the hybrid attacks, able to take it down. Very nice job right there.
Out of all of the professional commentary, not a single time did I hear someone say that Darkest Muzhan was the favorite in this match against Tribe Gaming. When we polled stream chat, over 80% of the respondents said that Tribe Gaming was the above all favorite to win. What has happened in the past half hour, Carbon, that has led Darkest Muzhan on such a massive victory over this squad?
Yeah, Darkest Muzhan coming in with the older attack strategies. What is the Yeti Bow Bat? Then we're seeing some hybrid triples. We're seeing the triples that are coming in. Maybe it's just the change on the defensive layouts, coming in and exploiting them, doing a great job. But now we're seeing Evechek, and he's coming in with the Super Witch. Evechek has gotten 2 triples with these Super Witches, so he knows exactly how to use them. He's going to use the Grand Warden Walk over on the top. He's going to help try to set the funnel on both sides with this. Look at these wizards and the archer over there. Very easy and simple funnel to be able to charge into this town hall and then overwhelm it with a quad quake as well, Woody.
These barracks dropped on the right side corner. Evechek got to clear out the remaining trash buildings. So this is a relatively compact base design that UZP has set up. Super Witches by Evechek, a new troop Brian brought to bear here. Big boys busting through the front side to protect these witches out on the back. And the healers are starting to group up with the rest of the attack now as they jump on in to take that town hall early on. First star will be claimed by Evechek as he moves into the later stage of the base. A tornado trap going to slow things down, and a giant bomb explodes. But nice catch, Evechek triggers that Grand Warden Eternal Tome just in time, but will it stay up long enough to protect him from the Town Hall bomb? No! The bomb! Kablooey! Evechek's forces have been decimated.
Oh my goodness, he still has some of the Super Witches. They were at least away from the Town Hall in a different compartment there. The big boys took some damage, but they can respawn as long as these Super Witches don't go down. The Royal Champion is moving through the bottom side. Down she, no, does just pop her ability, uses the freeze to try to keep her alive. The Queen is now on the top side. It has only 1 free spell left to use. Can these Super Witches stay up in the core? They're spawning more big boys. It's not looking too bad. He can still turn this around.
1 Super Witch has been eliminated by that multi-target Inferno over in the bottom side, but it's been destroyed now. Evechek, with just over a minute left, is working on cleanup for the backside of the base. Took a big hit early on, but those Super Witches keep on swinging. Healers are doing a perfect job of supporting the rest of the squad, topping them back off again and keeping this party going. Evechek seeking out the 3 stars, hoping and praying that Darkest Muzhan might get an attack fail later on in this war to keep him alive. Evechek's squad is right there with him, screaming in the comms, hoping that this attack can keep it going. Looks like he's got a solid chance of making the triple happen. After all, this Archer Queen on the last legs of her strike, but still standing. She will not be denied the 3-star, Carbon.
Evechek coming in with 3 triples using the Super Witches here in the qualifiers. Beautiful job. Evechek knows how to exactly break these bases down, how to use these Super Witches. Definitely something to take note. Beautiful job. Gonna give Tribe Gaming their first 3-star, but Darkest Muzhan is well in the driver's seat here. Banks, unbelievable performance so far.
I agree with you, Carbon. Darkest Muzhan definitely still in the driver's seat, but Evechek proving to us all, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Using those Super Witches every single time in the qualifiers is showing a really amazing display of confidence as well on his part, because not a lot of people have been using the Super Witches during this qualifier. Why do you think that is, Carbon?
I believe it's just they don't have too much experience with it. There's been a lot of testing, but the Super Witches, they take up so much housing space, 40 per Super Witch. You're going to have a real good feel. There's so many different attack strategies maybe you've had practice with. They haven't had too much with this update, so you never know. There's so many different attack strategies you can go with, but we're jumping into the very next attack, Woody, and it's going to be B, and he's going to be coming in with a hybrid as well.
Be an attacker for Darkest Muzhan. has gotten one single triple so far for his squad in the previous war, but is gonna try to keep pace. His team is virtually guaranteed victory as long as he can continue to pull off those reliable 2-star hits. But of course, a triple is what is on his mind right now. Sending in a Baby Dragon up top with this Archer Queen to get a few pop shots at the top corner and provide the funnel for this hybrid attack. Siege Barracks to back it up too will get some additional funneling, I'm guessing over on the left side corner there, where you see a lot of errant structures on the outside. But targeting that Town Hall is the priority numero uno here for B. Finishes it off with a free spell on the back end to slow down that Expo, and with the CC pull now has got an Archer Queen that's taking quite a bit of fire. She's going to take a lot of punishment facing off against this Lava Hound.
That was an unbelievable. The Queen rerouted into the Town Hall here to get that CC. The whole point of that wall opening is to prevent the Queen from doing exactly that. And now he's able to charge his Queen and gonna have to use this free spell to invest and gets the Queen into the core here. There is that single target Inferno to keep your eye on, but he still has the whole hybrid. I don't know, he was maybe planning on to have get that Queen to the Town Hall some other way, but he still was able to do it. Hybrid's coming down. The single target Inferno is going to be distracted. Still waiting on the Hogs. Finally does drop them. Raw Champion. This is looking really good. The Queen can get some great value as the hybrid moves towards that Eagle Artillery.
Yeah, and crucially still has the Archer Queen ability that he can use anytime he needs. There it goes. Pops against the enemy Archer Queen and finishes her off. Still see that Barbarian King and the Royal Champion on the backside, which could cause some trouble for these Hog Riders. Got to keep those miners focused right on their task, and that's what B has done a perfect job of doing so far. Giant Bomb's going to go off, but with a heal spell right on top of them, I think that those troops are going to remain quite safe with a Grand Warden to back them up to that life orb. It's keeping these troops nice and topped off. That Queen is going to get a few pop shots against a wall here, but as long as the single target Inferno doesn't lock, she should be safe. This 3-star is looking easy to claim here for B. He's going to hammer this base down, and Darkest Muzhan have just guaranteed their spot in the finals.
Absolutely. This hybrid is destroying these bases here. Has plenty of troops with plenty of time. Over 40 seconds left in the raid. The Queen still up. The King, the Grand Warden, all these miners did exactly the job he needed. Destroyed the base, was able to help pop that Grand Warden ability perfectly through the bomb tower. The Giant Bomb scatter shots was perfectly used, flawless right there to give Darkest Muzhan another triple. They're all the way up to 14 stars and a 96.6% unbelievable performance here in the semifinals.
80% hit rate for Darkest Muzhan against one of the strongest clans in the whole world. Tribe Gaming has cracked and fallen in this semifinal match, but let's get one more chance to cheer on our squad. Itsu will be moving in for the final hit of this war to send Darkest Muzhan packing one more time before they head out. Tribe Gaming have put up an excellent fight here, but we'll have to wait until another couple of months before they get a chance to move back into the qualifiers. They didn't qualify for the next month's competition, but well played to them on this time around. They're going to get a few more fans, but not the golden ticket, Carbon.
Yeah, we're going to see now the Queen, the King, going to charge its way straight into this Town Hall. Going to be able to take out the... Oh, wait, the Queen going the wrong way with the laboratory up top, dropping a few hogs and a balloon, trying to help set this funnel. But the Queen might not go towards this Town Hall. That... with that pulling the Queen away, so this Town Hall is going to stay. Unfortunately, not going to get there. That was the whole value. He determined he really needed that to help set up the funnel for the Hog Riders.
Archer Queen's still alive, though. She's going to pop away at this expo, but what will she do next? Paths to the top. Not good news for Itsu, who was hoping this Archer Queen could go easy for the Town Hall. The pathing is going to be all screwed up now, and it's going to force him to have to reconsider his mode of attack. He brought a Stone Slammer in here, but he might be able to swap it out for a Battle Blimp if he wants to have something go directly for the Town Hall. Remember, until it gets activated at 51% damage or taking a shot itself, it will not be a defensive structure, and therefore will not pull the fire from troops that target defenses like the Hog Rider.
Absolutely. Now the Grand Warden, he might be saving onto this Royal Champion for the Town Hall. Now pops that Grand Warden ability, or at least still has the Stone. Nope. Decides to use the Royal Champion now towards the other side. Stone Slammer will have to be used for this Town Hall as all the Hogs are moving around. But the enemy Queen is going down to these Headhunters. Can she go down? And yes, she finally does. Hogs are moving through, but with this Eagle up, did he have the right pathing? The Hogs are trying to push their way through. There's quite a bit of defenses, and the Eagle Artillery is doing a massive work here around as the Hogs are moving through.
Itsu trying to keep these Hogs topped off, but they're finding giant bombs all over this map. No minesweeping to keep them safe, and it looks like Itsu doesn't even have a plan for the back end. He's got a scatter shot still up and is taking a ton of firepower. He's doing his best to finish off the remaining defenses and has actually got most of them finished off, but there's no cleanup for this base except for this one lone Stone Slammer. Never count him out, though. We've seen Itsu pull off more difficult tasks in the past. In fact, just in this qualifier series, he missed the Town Hall early on, but still was able to pull off the 3-star. So keep an eye on these troops now dropping from the Stone Slammer. It's going to be Hog Riders, but they take a massive hit from the scatter shot just as soon as they land. Those paratroop and Hogs are in for a disaster. Itsu trying to clean up along the top edge, but even if he had the troops, I don't think he's got the time here. 86% in climbing, but just 10 seconds left to countdown, Carbon.
Yeah, unfortunately, that Queen going the wrong way, not going into that single target Inferno really hurt. He wanted to take the Town Hall down, use the Stone Slammer in a completely different compartment of the base. Really nice try from Itsu there, but congratulations to Darkest Muzhan as they will be advancing to the Grand Finals, 14-11. Unbelievable performance.
Yes, unfortunately for Tribe Gaming, the favourites going into this match, they unfortunately do not manage to close it out. They're going to be sent packing. Darkest Muzhan take that first spot in the finals and for that golden ticket. So let's take a look at these stats right here. Unfortunately, Tribe Gaming just not managing to quite keep